Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another installment of On This Day. Today is Friday, November 7th, 2025. I'm Christy, and I'll be taking you on this journey to the past, the present, the strange, and possibly other dimensions. So keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times, and let's get this party started. Today being Friday, we recap what we talked about on Monday and Wednesday. Learn a few new things along the way about today. On Monday, in music history in 1990, the Righteous Brothers scored their number one hit in the UK with Unchained Melody, which was originally written in 1954 for the movie Unchained. And claimed a new following when it premiered in the movie Ghost. It would become the most recorded song in history after so many people decided to cover it. In 1991, approximately 300,000 people attended the free Love, Laugh, and Music Fest in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. It was to celebrate the life and work of Bill Graham, who just 1 week before the festival began, he perished in a helicopter crash. In 1957, Jerry Lee Lewis' Great Balls of Fire was released by Sun Records, selling 1 million copies in just 10 days, making it one of the era's best-selling records. In 1990, Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby was the first rap song to top the Billboard Hot 100. In factoids, it was officially Sandwich Day and Cliché Day. In 1911, Lewis Chevrolet Motor Car Company was incorporated. Although he didn't have much in the way of formal education, what he learned about car design, he learned while working at Buick. In 2014, the One World Trade Center opened up on the original site of the World Trade Center. In 1973, NASA launched the last space probe in the Mariner program. In 1957, the Soviet Union sent a dog into space aboard the Sputnik 2. It was the first living organism to be sent into space from Kazakhstan. And in 1838, the Times of India was founded, making it the largest selling English language newspaper in the world. On Wednesday in music history, we take a ride back to 1956 when Nat King Cole Show debuted on NBC TV. Although being a landmark achievement by being the first show of its kind with a black host, it was also the difference of people not wanting to sponsor the show or gain support for the show. And so he decided, even though he had, allies basically from not only from NBC, but from people like Ella Fitzgerald and even, I can't think of his name right now. Mel Torme. Took me a second, but I got there. But he ended the show on his last day by saying that, to me, it was pretty epic. He said, Madison Avenue is afraid of the dark. In 1988, The Locomotion became the first song in U.S. to reach top 5 in 3 different versions first released by Little Eva in 1962, the song was later released by Grand Funk Railroad, who scored the number one hit in 1978, and 14 years later, it was in the number 3 spot when it was released by Kylie Minogue with her energetic rendition. I know how to do the locomotion. I was lucky I had a mom who grew up in that time, and she taught me all those fun dances like the twist. Anyway, I digress. In 1994, Sheryl Crow entered the UK top 10 for the first time with her hit All I Want to Do. She later became the first American female artist to score 6 UK hits off of one album, Tuesday Night Music Club. In 1988, the Beach Boys topped the Billboard Hot 100 with Kokomo, which also appeared in the movie Cocktail. Next, we traveled to factoids. It was officially Love Your Red Hair Day and Gunpowder Day. I really want to know how they celebrate Gunpowder Day. I don't know. I tried thinking about that since Wednesday. But anyhow, in 1935, the board game Monopoly was released. It was originally called the Landlord's Game, but they changed the name and changed a few of the rules. In 2021, after vowing to never work together again with each other when they broke up in 1983, ABBA got back together to release Voyage. They reunited in 2016 after recording 2 songs together to complete Voyage, which was the second part to their another album. Don't mind me today, I'm sorry. I've got a headache. In 2015, Japan recognized its first legal same-sex couple. Kayuki Higashi and Hiroko Matsuhara were officially registered as a same-sex couple. In 2014, Interstellar was released with a runtime of 169 minutes. In 2007, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was released in America for PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. In 1930, Sinclair Lewis won the Nobel Prize for Literature with his book Babbitt, which was a satire on middle-class family life. And in 1995, Utah ratified the women's right to vote in their constitution. It was the first state in America to guarantee women's suffrage. Now, let's start a little trip today in music history, 11/7. In 1987, Tiffany became the youngest artist at only the age of 15 to top the Billboard Hot 100 with her cover, I Think We're Alone Now, which originally was recorded by Tommy James and the Shondells in 1967. She broke a record previously held by Michael Jackson with 1972's Ben. I know that song by heart, and that song made me cry, and so did the movie. In 1967, Elton John and Bernie Taupin signed to Dick James DJM Records as in-house songwriters because both men were under the age of 21 and had to have their parents there as witnesses. In 1991, guitarist Izzy Stradlin a founding member of Guns N' Roses, quit the band after 6 years. Gilby Clarke stepped in as his replacement. And let's talk facts with factoids. Today is Bittersweet Chocolate with Almond Day and Hug a Bear Day. And you can guarantee I would hug a bear before I would eat a chocolate bar with almonds in it ever again. Teeth or no teeth? No. I haven't eaten one since I was 16 years old. I won't disgust you with the reason why. Anyhow, in 2005, Red Octane released Guitar Hero for PS2 in North America. Although it was the first rhythm-based guitar-shaped controller, it was modeled after a game called Guitar Freaks, which was released only in Japan. In 2003, the popular Christmas movie Elf was released in the U.S. That movie's so cute. It's so cute. In 1893, Colorado became the second U.S. state to give women the right to vote. The first was Wyoming in 1890. In 1875, English explorer Barney Cameron became the first European to cross Africa from east to west. Lastly, in the 1800s, Paris barred women from legally wearing pants. The law wasn't annulled until 2013. But then again, if you look at Paris runway shows, you've seen the crap that they try to make people wear. Where would you ever wear any of those items? Anyhow, that's my issue. So, on to trivia. Question: which state in the United States has the Union Jack, which is the British flag, on their flag? Answer: Hawaii. What's the capital of Australia? Answer: Canberra. And lastly, the world's first cloned sheep was named after what singer? Answer: Dolly. And on to birthdays. Mary Travers, 1937. Johnny Rivers, 1942. Joni Mitchell, 1943. Charlene Spiteri, 1967. David Guetta, 1967. Tiny Tempa, 1988. And Lord, 1996. And if today was your birthday, happy birthday to you. You can catch us here 7 days a week with Brian Rockstone on WCDI. And don't forget to check out the Top Rope Report every Sunday and Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Peace. See you on Monday.